Hey, kia ora whanau, you're here with me, the Maoriwargamer, and today we'll be playing a Warhammer 40K Battle Report. Chur. Welcome whanau to this 50 power level battle, another classic New Zealand Maoriwargamer Battle Report, featuring ancient enemies, the Necrons here versus the Eldari. Necrons versus Eldar. Here on the planet of Ignis, a planet of fire and brimstone, of chaos, death and destruction. As we wrap up the battle for the Ithaca system. Rather fitting here on this planet. Think of Mustafar from Star Wars. Think of any other lava places like Mount Doom. You know, the heroes make their last stand, and Dark Angels already cleaned off their enemies last game. Spoiler alert. Space Wolves as well took down the Genestealer cults. So yeah, the Necrons, the last enemy to take care of, and then the Eldar will surely leave peacefully. But yeah, wrapping up a year of wargaming. 36. This will be mission 34 on the channel. 34 full battle reports that I've filmed since starting the channel around about almost a year now. Like, I think we're like 50 weeks from a year. Yeah, started for good time. You know, watch a lot of battle reports on YouTube, and I thought, hey, don't see no New Zealanders doing this kind of stuff, so thought I'd give it a try. Started off filming on my iPhone way in the early days. Upgraded to an actual camera now. Still get that crappy quality though, so you know you're not going to miss that, not one bit. But yeah, here we are, forces assembled, open war mission for the first game of the final season of Battle for Ithaca. So yeah, open war, playing the invasion mission. So objective here for my enemy, objective for the Necrons, myself. Open the bastion over there. Here is our deployment split. So the Eldar have landed on the planet of Ignis for reasons yet unknown. They've got some sort of plan to get rid of the Terran Hive fleet that is outside of the system. And they want to enact that. They know that the Tyranids are bringers of destruction. And so even though, you know, this will be aiding the Imperium, it adds to the galaxy as a whole. So that's why they're going to do it. A couple of twists there. Battle Frenzy gives 1 to attacks and restorative, so we can regenerate lost wounds. Good for the Eldar. Necron's not really needing it. But yeah, simple goal for this game is to claim the 2 objectives at the same time. So one there, one there. I've got a outrider detachment full of some fast attack choices for this mission, slightly tweaked in my favour. But there's some war walkers off the field that might sneak in. So whanau, Necrons versus the Eldar. Final game for the season. Tune in, don't want to miss a single second of this juicy, sweet wargaming action, delivered in my crisp, beautiful New Zealand accent. You know, I think that attracts the viewers as well. People love ladies, gentlemen, love a good accent. So we'll kick straight into turn 1. Eldar kicking things off for us today. But before we do, we'll take a closer look at the armies that we'll be playing with. We have a Vanguard detachment of Eldar led by a Farseer with a Singing Spear and a, what's that one called? Spirit Seer with a staff. 10-man Guardian squad with Shuriken catapults and a Shuriken cannon. A 5-man Wraith Guard squad with Wraith cannons. 2 Warwalkers, one here with 2 Star Cannons, and one with a Shuriken Lance and a Star Cannon or something like that. Figure it out. Shuriken Bright Cannon. 5-man Dark Reaper squad with Reaper launchers, and the Exarch here has a Tempest launcher. And a Wraith Lord here with 2 Shuriken Cannons, a sword, some other stuff. We have an outrider detachment of Necrons, led by a Necron Lord with a War Scythe and a Resurrection Orb, and a Cryptek with the Staff of Light. 2 10-man Necron squads with Gauze Flayers, a 5-man Immortal squad with Gauze Blasters, 3 squads of Scarabs, 2 3-man squads and 1 2-man squad, 3-man Toonblade squad with Gauze Blasters, and an Annihilation Barge with a Gauss cannon and a twin Tesla destructor. Right, so in the movement phase for the Eldar turn 1, the Wraith Guard have moved up into this building, climbing the towers. Their objective there lies just in that bastion, which is defended by 2 10-man Immortal squads, 3 Scarabs. So if they can pick that off, they can claim an early victory on the planet of Ignis. Dark Reapers, heavy support monsters, great decent range, so they don't really need to move. They're just going to stand here in defense of the objective. Farseer and Spirit Seer also on the landing pad. Wraith Lord and the Guardian squad moving this way towards a bunch of Necrons behind that building there. So see what they're going to get up to as we go into the shooting phase. Psychic phase. Eldar turn 1 and then shooting phase. Alright, so the Eldar kicking in with vengeance against their ancient enemies, the Necrons. Shooting in, killed off 2 Necrons, and we've done 2 damage to the Annihilation Barge here. But otherwise, pretty tame first turn, not a lot going on. Our key objectives, Bastion and the Sky Shield landing pad, still up for grabs. We've got fast attacks on the prowl about to sneak in for that. We'll see what the Necrons do to retaliate. Necrons, turn 1. Alright, so the last of the Necron forces in the Ithaca system have launched their attack against the Eldar. End of the movement phase for turn 1. Tomb Blades moving onto the armoured containers. Objective just in the centre there, guarded by 5 Dark Reapers, a Spirit Seer and a Farseer. We've got 2 Scarabs on the way to claim that as well. Other forces mobilising this way. Annihilation Barge going to drop these guys easy. 3 Scarabs about to take on the Wraith Lord. And Immortals packing up inside the building there. Everyone else coming over here. And 1 Necron resurrected through reanimation protocols. So that's our movement phase. We're going to go into the shooting phase for the Necrons. Wipe out some Eldar. Alright, finally, so that's the end of the Necrons' turn for turn 1. Brought the pain, brought the gauze to the Eldar. The restoratives, the little twist of the open war, effective on the Annihilation Barge, brought that back to full health. Scarabs went into combat. Immortals up in that building there, fired into the Wraith Lord, bringing down to 5 wounds. The defenders were protected by a spell from the Farseer, so we didn't want to waste shooting into them. And Wraith Guard, or is it Wraith Guard? Yep. Yeah, Wraith Guard there, down to 1 wound. Still full health, but my objective is well defended at the moment. So looking pretty good, pretty tasty. If you're enjoying this quality New Zealand content, maybe drop me a like, subscribe to the channel, you know, all that good stuff. Instead of self-promo me as I'm reaching my goal of 200 subs. 175 for the moment. 170, let's say 170. But we'll go into Eldar turn 2. Alright, finally, so the movement phase for the Eldar on turn 2. The Eldar Craft World of Saim-Hann moving to enact their unknown plan on the Death World of Ignis. Dark Reapers were almost massacred to a man. They've been reinforced by the 2 Spirit Seer, Farseer, and also the Guardians have pulled back onto the landing pad, provide extra defense, because yeah, if you didn't do that, I was going to take it. Wraith Lord's still in that combat over there, and we've got 2 War Walkers entering the battlefield over here, looking to mix things up. We'll see how we can last against them as we go into shooting phase, psychic phase for the Eldar. Alright, final end of shooting phase turn 2 for the Eldar. Mission 1 of the final campaign for the Maoriwargamer channel, the Battle for Ithaca. 2 Tomb Blades destroyed by the Dark Reapers and some concentrated fire. And we just lost 5 Necron warriors here. But, you know, nothing a reanimation orb can't fix up. Going into, is that the end of the turn? Fighting. Oh, yeah. Wrap up this combat here. To ensure the Scarab's going to lose. And wrap up turn 2. Go on to Necrons on turn 2. Stay with us. Right, folks, so end of the movement phase for the Necrons on turn 2. Reanimation protocols. Bringing back 3 more Necron warriors. Necron warriors. Also brought back a Tomb Blade over there. It's moved on to the landing pad along with the Annihilation Barge. Going to cause some death there, capture that last objective. I did move my guys off the objective. I want that rapid fire range into the Wraith Guard. Also got 2 Scarabs over there as well. And lastly, the Immortals climb to the top of the tower, shoot down onto them, wrap things up. Let's bring this again for the Necron's favour. Going to the shooting phase, turn 2. Alright, finally, so end of turn 2 for the Necrons. Took down 1 Wraith Guard. Scarabs went into battle with them and lost, got destroyed. Took off a wound off the Wraith Lord over there. And also took out the Dark Reapers. So, got a bunch going on in the battle for the objective in the Sky Shield landing pad. Going to be a long drawn out battle there. Still need to clear out those enemies. Immortals up there. Warriors down here. Battle's still going to be going on as we move into turn 3. Still a bit too early to pick out your thing. Pick out the winners. I don't see it. Probably the Warwalker is the only one who can get across to me with any sort of speed. Yeah, going to be interesting. Stay tuned. I don't know how it's going to end up. Battle for Ithaca. Necrons versus Eldar. Turn 3. Alright, finally, it's the end of the movement phase for the Eldar on turn 3. Got the Chicken Leg Brothers trekking across the fiery battlefield towards the Necron objective up here in the Bastion. Wraith Guard staying in position there, ready to fire on. The Restoratives managed to bring the Wraith Lord back to full health, and he's joined in to stomp in with this combat here. Not looking optimistic for the Necron forces up in there. See how things hold off. We're going to go into Psychic phase for the Eldar and wrap up the game. Oh, I'll wrap up the turn, I guess, but could end up in a stalemate. Who knows? Who knows? Alright, so end of the shooting phase for the Eldar on turn 3. 2 Tomb Blades gone and destroyed. No chance of reanimation for them, sadly. Annihilation Barge, the last thing left here on the landing pad. Scrolling across the battlefield. Lost another 3 Necrons here. For now, reanimation protocols might bring them back. We've still got 1 reanimation orb left with the Lord over there. Objective 3. But they've got no units with fly. There's going to be the long slog through this defense wall. Can they do it? Who knows? Going into a charge phase though, and wrap up Eldar turn 3. Alright, finally, so end of the movement phase for the Necrons on turn 3. Reinforced with some reanimation protocols. Necrons are back and ready to defend the objective in the Bastion here. Yeah, I think it's going to pretty much end in a tie if we don't wrap things up. I've got no one who can get across there apart from him. But look at that. Not going to be easy to punch through those defences. So he's heading back home, defend the tower. I think we're just going to probably call it a tie there. We'll see if we can, probably 10 and 4 I reckon. If we can't wrap things up. We'll end it there instead of dragging this on any longer. Immortals as well, noting what's happening, decided to move off there, down here, come and provide some cover fire for their brothers. So that's the movement phase, last few units on the field for us both. Wrap up the turn, going into the shooting phase. Alright, finally, so end of the Necrons on turn 3. Mighty Necrons, concentrated fire from the Gauze weaponry of the Necron warriors here, directed by the strength of their lord. Took down the 2 Warwalkers there pretty swiftly. Also covered fire from Annihilation Barge and the Immortals. So got rid of 2 big threats to the objective. Looking at it now, I'm kind of thinking, yeah, this invasion mission is going to go in a tie. You know, we can't predict this type of thing, eh? I've got the bulk of my forces here. He's got the bulk of his forces over there. There's 5 over here, but they can't really do too much to come in and pierce this defensive wall of Necron tier. But yeah, that's our turn. Necron's turn 3. We're going into Eldar turn 4. Last turn for each of us, I reckon. I don't really see how they're going to end up over here, and I'm not going to end up on there. So yeah, last turn, wrap it up. Stay with us for some juicy action, New Zealand action, quality Warhammer content. Good stuff. Right, final end of the movement phase for the Eldar turn 4. Here on the Death World of Ignis, planet of death and destruction, last bastion of hope, the site of an unknown Eldar ritual about to go off. That's what they're fighting so heavily for. So they've all just locking down their defenses opposite of the Necrons, who've also locked down theirs. They've got the defenders decided to boldly move across, see if they can cut through. Unlikely, but all full credit to them. We'll go into shooting phase, psychic phase, see what happens. Alright, so end of the shooting phase for the Eldar. Nothing of consequence that they've been able to achieve. Smited this guy here down to 4 wounds left. Took down a few more immortals, but you know, reanimation will keep bringing them back, and failed their charge. So that is their turn done. And I guess, yeah, we've got to go on a final turn. I don't think anything more is going to really change the direction of the game. Going in the final turn for the Necrons turn 4. Stay with us, Fano, as we wrap up the game. Alright, Fano, so end of Necrons movement phase turn 4. My Necrons have come back through reanimation protocols. This guy, actually, the restoratives brought him back to full wounds. And Immortals come down from the building, lock things down. They've locked it down over there. I don't think anyone's going to we don't have any forces left to make a big difference. So, going to quickly end off the shooting phase, see what happens. Stay with us there, Fano, for the juicy conclusion. Alright, Fano, so there we go. End of the Battle for Ithaca final campaign, mission 1, ending in a tie. It's been the theme of the last 3 campaigns, if you've paid any attention to those. Also, spoiler alert for those. Yeah, just see obvious weaknesses in the armies. I had the fast attack choices, but they locked down the defenses over there. They had nothing quick to get across to me, so I was able to defend with just 2 10-man Necron squads. Plus reanimation kept bringing them back to the fight. So yeah, that was interesting conclusion. Things will escalate, of course, as we move into the missions 2 and 3 of this campaign. As we wrap up the Battle for Ithaca, tie up the last loose ends. Chaos has been defeated already. The Genestealer cult have been defeated by Space Wolves. Tau have been kicked out by the Dark Angels. So Eldar Necrons the last threat, and also the Tyranid Hive Fleet. So yeah, see how things all wrap up. Interesting game. Yeah, my first time playing with the Necrons. They're quite interesting. Interesting choices. Reanimations, that's certainly a big advantage for them. And they don't have like a terrible weapons, ballistic skill like the Tau do. Quite cool. Eldar definitely need some sort of fast attack choices or mobility. Get them across these big battlefields that we now play on. Other than that, yeah, pretty good game, pretty balanced game. Of course, we'll be escalating it further, bringing in the Dark Reaper HQ, Morgan Ra, I believe his name is, as well as some Eldar Rangers. Bringing in some Necron and Death Marks to counteract them, and more big weaponry. So don't want to miss the escalating action here on the Maoriwargamer channel, New Zealand's #1 New Zealand's #1 wargaming channel, New Zealand's #1 Let's Play channel, New Zealand's #1 channel hosted by a Māori who's born in a specific year, from a specific place, all that good stuff, eh? But yeah, love bringing you this quality content. Absolute pleasure. Absolute pleasure to Mr. Jack Daniel, Tennessee Honey. Great stuff. Play it with your battle report. Sponsor the channel, please, Jack Daniels. Give me a free bottle so I can review it every episode. Ended the game on four command points. There are, don't know how to use. Probably read through the codex properly next time. It's buried under some cards and some units. But yeah, remember, probably do some reading on that next time we play. Otherwise, hope you enjoyed that battle report. A nice one. Kind of give us a bit of a flavour for the armies that we'll be playing with for the final 2 campaigns. This one's going to be serious. Eldar are going to fight for the fate of Ithaca. Necrons are going to fight to destroy Ithaca. Who's going to win? Who's going to come out on top? No one knows. But you can know by tuning in every week. Māori Wargamer, channel to be. Yeah, if you like this video, subscribe to the channel, give it a thumbs up, give it a like, share it with your family and friends. But as always, whānau, I am your host, the gracious, the humble, the Māori Wargamer. Thank you for watching. Ka kite, ana.